Now let's head to Jesús Chuy García. We understand he is now at the podium. Let's listen in.
I've had the privilege of once again reminding Chicago that solidarity and struggle is what makes this city great. And to every voter out there, whether or not we agree, I can't tell you what it means to me that once again you gave me a chance. While there may be so much that seemingly divides us, I have no choice but to believe that Chicago, the Windy City, the city that embraced me like so many others, is also a city where we have more in common than divides us. And while the last 3 months have been hard, I see people in this room who are ready to do what they've always done. Just keep going. Because I know that every setback produces a step forward. And progress we have made. Tonight, we celebrate our movement. And here are some of the victories. In the 12th Ward, we have a new alderperson in Julia Ramirez. In the 14th, we have the first Latina. Yes, the first Latina, the first Mexicana, the first Jalisciense immigrant. Bilingual representative in the city council, Helu Gutierrez. And in the 22nd Ward, continuing the great tradition established by Rudy Lozano, we've re-elected with whopping margins Alderperson Mike Rodriguez. Yes. And in the 30th Ward, Jessica Gutierrez may win it tonight or go on to a runoff, but she will be the next alderperson of the 30th Ward. In the 31st Ward, Felix Cardona has been re-elected. In the 36th Ward, Gil Villegas is on his way to a victory. And last but not least, our brother Andre Vasquez got re-elected to a 4-year term in the 40th Ward. And together, we are going to move forward. We're going to unite.
All right, we're going to bring our panelists back in. I know, Sylvia, boy, you were on it tonight. So tell me what you were thinking as you watched Garcia concede.
You know, I mean, Congressman Garcia will still be congressman, right? So he will still be able to do good work in terms of being Congress, but he just started to rattle off all the other people that have been connected to him, that he has mentored, that have been put in office. Most notable, I think, is the transition of the 14th Ward, where we've talked about the historic legacy of Alderman Burke, which has been a predominant Latino ward for a very, very, very long time, will now have a Latino alderman elected by the people of that ward. That, to me, is very symbolic in this moment of transition that we're in. So certainly I know that Congressman, you know, all the candidates who ran wanted to win. I think they all ran a really, really good race. But they'll also be able to be public servants and do well for the city of Chicago. I mean, the one thing about this election that I will say that I think has impressed me more than anything else is the abundance of people who ran for alderman, the abundance of candidates who ran for mayor. We have so many people who want to do good for this city, and regardless of what this next chapter of the election looks like, that gives me hope.
Yeah, good candidates. I mean, all along. We talked about that in one of our earlier panels, where I think, Sylvia, you were the one who said that somebody you knew went to one of the forums, and the front runners weren't there, and they were blown away by the others.
By the others that were there. She came and she said, Sylvia, I'm so glad you brought me to this candidate forum. There were 5 of the 9 there. She said, I am inspired, especially when I hear the rancor in D.C. I'm inspired to know that there are people who care. There's abundance of good creative ideas. Even if they can't all win, it is inspiring to know that there's hope in this city.
But here's what I want to say to them, and I want to reach out to everybody that's still interested, because you're not interested in politics one day, and then because you lose, you're not interested.
If you're a public servant, you're a public servant.
Stay involved,
Yeah.
right? Do some things, because just because you don't have a title does not mean your work is not good. It does not mean that the work that you're doing is not honorable.
Yeah.
And so I say stay involved.
Well, with you, Leslie, I'm just like, and what I tell young people all the time, at every level you can make a difference. Whether you're an elected official, whether you're just helping someone get to college, whether you're mentoring a high school student. I want to know, we haven't talked at all about these new police districts that you know, there's another 3 for every
district, every 22.
20s, so there'll be 66 or however many of them, but it'll be 6 more public servants, right, who are going to then have an elected 7-member board, I think, right? So, I mean, for me, the issue as we talk about crime, what we haven't really talked about, and I'm going to put it on the table, is that our police department has not complied with the federal consent decree, right? And I don't know enough to know if that's the mayor's doing, the police department's doing, what all it is, but we are under a federal consent decree for things that we need to improve in our police department.
And we are not making those. You know, the fact that we're saying, and again, this has been the tale in the city of Chicago for decades. When it comes to things that impact black and brown people, we do the slow walk. When it comes for any time for anything else, so they say, well, we've checked off this box, and there are benchmarks for what dates
that they have not
the police
met.
department,
That
and
they've
they
missed,
haven't done it. The police department has not hired the people that they need to do the work that they need to do, and there's been no follow-up either. So,
well, and I'm with you, Leslie, because to the extent that crime is the #1 issue that we saw on every single poll in the whole city of Chicago, and voters said, I'm voting. Now, whether your vision of how we make a safer city is more police or investing more in communities, it's both and, in my opinion. It's not an either or, right? But we definitely know that we have to be investing more in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in our youth. But at the same time, we know that there have been severe violations in our police department that have not yet been addressed. That's got to be called out in this next round of the election.
That has got to be called out, and I'll be looking to these candidates to call that out and let us know, tell us what they're going to do about this.
To address that.
Because it's a problem. It's a problem.